Hello, welcome back. Hi, 2020 focus. My 2020 art and crafts stash and haul, because we all know that we all are stuck in the house or are under some type of stay in place order. So lots of retail stores are closed. I am going to close that window in a minute. But I was supposed to come on at 1. I have a little story time, but I had to push it back to 2. Sorry about that. And the San Francisco mayor is about to go on. Watch it later. Actually, this is what I'll do. I'll put it on mute so I'm not disturbed and I can get my update there. But I suspect the city is going to start soft opening Friday, which is a good thing, which is odd. Friday is Friday. And I suspect that people like myself and others will start being able to get back to work on Monday. So the Rona rest, as I called it, I didn't call it a quarantine at all. The Rona rest is over for many of us. I am a supervisor where I work, so I know I will be first line prior to everyone else coming back, which is okay. We have been out since March, and it's been a blessing time. So I'm going to listen closely to her after this live. I didn't want to wait, but let me close the window. I hope I'm just kind of relaxed dressed today. This window thing isn't working. I even bought a covering for it, and I don't mind being. It's getting in the day, so I don't mind being a little in the dark. It is kind of dark. Let me put my overhead on. Yeah, I think I had my overhead on before, so I'll be right back. I'm climbing over stuff. I'll show you what I got. I had to go to Target. Oopsie. Because something I wanted was there, and they said they only had 3 of them. So, bins. So I thought these were so cute. I mean, I'm a polka dot girl. Yeah, it looks better with the overhead light. Okay, so okay, here we go. So I bought 3 of these. So 3 bins. Joining me, I hope you go back and watch that one. But I have a line right here, shiny line coming from probably the sun. But anyway, I'm not gonna buy things to store. I'm gonna buy things to either use in arts, design in my home decor, or sell on Etsy. So I'm not gonna, at this time, I know what I want, need, and require for things. So no more putting things in cardboard boxes in garages and closets and leaving them there. I'm no more. If I like to collect antiques, I'm kind of antiqued out as far as my home decor. Projects and designs, things like that. I might pick up something here or there, but it's always like 1 or 2 pieces a year. And the first of the year, the first 3 months of every year is when I do my shopping for stuff like that. And then when I start rolling around, now it's May, June, July. That's Mother's Day. That's Father's Day. That's 4th of July. That's summer. I'm not thinking about buying stuff. I'm thinking about going on vacation or working on a project. And then I've always thought that way as far as buying supplies and to buy things like in January, February, because first of all, I find that things are on sale. Second of all, antique stores, your Goodwills, your consignments, they want to get rid of stuff. So you can go in and haggle, you can go in and ask, you can put your name on the list and say, okay, if I want this for $80 and they have it for $170. And they're like, no way, Jose. You give them your name and number and walk out the door. they will call you. On eBay, I find that if something is priced like at 120, I'll offer 60 and they'll decline it. But then next thing you know, 2 days later, they're asking for 83. And that's fair. But, you know, it's up to you how much you want it, how bad you want it, and what it's for. If a client is paying me to find something, then price is no option. But if it's just me working on a project, for instance, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to be making a period gown. So I'm now shopping for muslin. And I get that word so mixed up. I don't know why. I have Muslim friends and muslin material. It just sounds the same. I don't know. I giggle at myself. So it's no skin off my nose. If I pronounce a word wrong, correct me or I'll correct myself. But I need bolts of it. I'm not going to go into Joann and buy 4 yards here and 4 yards there. No, I need a whole bolt of maybe 20 yards of muslin. So I'm shopping for that now as we speak. But let's get into the part two. Part one was, lots of ephemera. And then I got into some art and craft supplies that I'm going to incorporate either in an art project, sell on Etsy, or make it part of a video production stage design situation. Now, I've decided in between this video and now that I have some things right behind here that are all set design stuff. And I say, you know what? I'm here. Let us nip it in the bud. Just do it. So after this video, I'm going to give myself a 30-minute break and then get right back into it and then wrap everything up. And as things come, I can put them away. Because I suspect, like I said, I go to work probably next week. The end of the month, I'll use a weekend to go get my belongings. And then I'll be back in action as far as searching for an apartment. I'm down to 2 or 3 locations, which are going to require a commute, but that's okay. It's no big deal. It's either commute for $150 a month or pay a car bill and insurance for $400 a month. I love reading, so it's no big deal for me to commute. And we're only talking for maybe 4 months. And then this particular job is done. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be back in California. All right, so let's go. I don't know where that light is coming from. Did it go away, you guys? Oh, I know where it's coming from, right there. I'm going to close that, and then we're going to get started. So I hate getting up over and over and over again, but I don't want that light showing. Okay, that's better. Yay. No, it's not. I don't care at this point. I'm tired. Is that a little better? Yeah. Okay, sorry. You see mess over there, but I already told you what I'm going to do. I'm putting things away in cute little bins. And she says she might get more. I talked to the manager. I want it like 6. But those are going to be, next time you see those, it'll be in my craft room, all nice and cute and neat. And I like those because you can see through it. Okay, so let's get started. So, again, welcome back. This is part 2. I have a whole box of keys. Yumminess. Okay, so let's get started. Welcome. So, again, I have a thing for postcards. When I get a free postcard in the mail that I didn't purchase, and it's a thank you gift. It's something that they give freely. And it's so neat. It's an old-fashioned postcard. that cute? So this all came from one vendor. Again, my new thing will be next year I'll be on and popping in a beautiful craft room and all of that. So I'll have my stuff together. I'll show you the thing. I'll let you know how much it costs. I'll give you the rundown on where I got it from and all that good stuff. I am going to go back to each video and put it in the description. So I'm not really worried about that right now. It's hard to remember where you got something if you don't write it down. And I didn't write it down. I was in the middle of a move. It's a pandemic. Forgive me. Okay, so let's get started. They have some really cute stuff. This is in the Etsy part of it, my haul. So these are cute little cards. Isn't that cute? And I was reading them. It's an egg saver. 25 to 50 cents per dozen costs. Sometimes I don't know if it's an actual artifact. I don't know. But when I look on the back, it looks pretty. I'm shaky. Okay, here. And I owe you guys a story time on why I was late. I'm not very happy about it, but anyway. So on here, there we go. On here, how to use Madame Bloomer's Bloomeroy. I don't know what all that is. Whenever you want to use one egg, figure that one pinch of, I don't even know what this is about. But anyway, they're little envelopes. There's just an odd little paragraph on the back. So maybe when I put that on my Facebook, I'll type it out. And I did go look at Facebook. I have over 1,000 images on Facebook. So there you go. I kind of started late in the game, meaning I had started accumulating supplies when I was my mom's caregiver, and it was fun for me and it was fun for her, and it was just a shopping thing. It wasn't really I'm going to buy it and make something now. It was oh, look at that. And then she would find something and I would find something and we would stash it away and we would look at a video and say, oh, that ribbon is for that. Let's go, hunt for ribbon at the Goodwill. So that's what it was. So I had a lot of pictures from 2014. 2015 through 17, I went back to college and got my bachelor's degree. So I really wasn't focused on art and craft and video or anything. But in the last 6 months, we focused on YouTube and studied crafters and saw how advantageous it was to have a channel. And then that's when I found all the crafters, all the seamstresses, all the cosplay, people who are making reproductive Victorian gowns. I mean, it's amazing. And I said, I want to do that. I'm at that age where I'm almost there to retire, but I'm not there yet. But if I get my head start, I'll be ready, set, go. So this is what this is about. And again, I've been watching craft room setups, 2 videos on YouTube. Very inspiring. I already have my ideas. You saw that one of my favorite colors, obviously, is pink. You saw it's going to be like pink, black, and white. Those are going to be my colors. And farm, sort of like country farm theme. So that's why you're going to see a lot of old-timey things. The picture on the video is another project. That's going to be my garden project, and I am going to show it to you. At first, I was going to put another picture. I said, no. Because after I finish with this video, I'm going to end this, go do my set design video, and then schedule a sewing. As I thought about it, I was like, okay, Last year I did my haul. It was all paper, ephemera, supplies, scrapbooks, design, stuff like that. I did a little sewing, but I didn't do a video dedicated to sewing. So I'm going to do that next. And I want to save that for like the first week in June. So I'm really excited about that. Okay. I'm a talker, so sit back, relax. At first I was going to eat, and I was like, no, I'm not hungry. I had a really big breakfast, so that's why I came guns a-blazing all day today. So excited. I thought about it. It's the right time. You know, people, I'm movied out. I don't know about anyone else, but I've watched movies. I've watched my soap operas. I've watched documentaries. I just need, I have like news on, but it's mute now. I kind of know what they're saying. You know, I'm over all of that. Now I want to just focus on getting back to work, getting my things. It's sounding promising, but I like I said in my previous videos, I trust my local politicians. Yes, that's what they are. That's not a dirty word to me. I trust them. I trust the health officials. You know, through the fights and the bickering, I can get the information I need. I'm good. So I'm feeling really good. I have events scheduled for July. I don't know about anyone else. I don't want to cancel those events. I know how to wear a mask. I know how to put gloves on. I know how to keep my distance. I know how to step away from a situation. If I feel uncomfortable, I just won't go. If I go in the store and I see people aren't behaving appropriately next to each other, not honoring the 6 feet, I don't need that, whatever is down that aisle, or until that person goes away. I'm not taking the chance. I'm not going to get into the coronavirus conspiracy thing, but I think a lot of people have a problem following rules. I care about your grandmother, and I hope you care about my grandson, that you can stay 6 feet away, you know, with a mask, a scarf, a hat, something. And I'm going to go over that a little at the end. I watched a lot of videos where people made masks. I didn't feel I needed to, but that was a beautiful thing to watch. So we all can come together and use our smarts. So this came in the same package, and this is for tobacco. And I don't know, I'm getting really good at harvesting on Etsy and eBay and Amazon. Amazon and modern made things and reproduction, repros as we call them. But I didn't find this on Amazon. Oh, tobacco, and it has Detroit, Michigan. I grew up in Michigan. I don't know, I just find things now. Let me see. There you go. Okay, and it's a little envelope. So that's a cute piece of ephemera. You don't even have to decorate that or alter it or do anything with it. It's a pocket, or it's a slide in, you know, a little tuck spot. Isn't that cute? And you know, you can also use these around the house. Even if you don't design or create things, you can still use this to bring a little charm and as time goes by type of, you know, vibe to your decor. And again, you'll see a lot of that when I get my apartment. I decided, I've talked to people about renting houses and things like that. Nope. I'm a happy little ladybug in a rug. I'll get a condo, apartment, whatever. That's all I need. And I'm okay with that. I really don't want to own property right now. These economies are not to be trusted, and I like having my money in my bank so I can do things like this and just hang out. So these are cardboard tags in brown cardstock. And I like these because they're the color of, like, remember the paper bags I showed you in the first video that my prime girls. This is so weird because when you get, same ladies before, when you get cute stuff like this in the mail, they are so creative. Look, it's San Francisco. It's the Golden Gate Bridge, which happens to be red. So I thought that's sweet. So that's a bookmark for me. Isn't that neat? So, and then as a little gift, remember the for a goodie bag to thank you for your purchase. And you little tags. Isn't that neat? So I'm going to use these. I already have an idea what my video, Christmas and July video, is going to be about. I will probably tape it ahead of time, and it won't be a live, and try to do it in a video production mode. I'm not sure how, but that's what I'm thinking. And I don't want it to be like a situation where they're reusing old music paper and you know, look charming, that type of thing, and go from there. But that's what I'm thinking I want to do. So a couple more items from this store. Some old bingo cards. And it's sort of like a robin egg blue. I hated missing Easter. I didn't even open my Easter things. I was so, what can we do? Right? So next year, which works in my favor. You know, I wasn't ready to do anything this year. When you're moving, you're just, you know, you're just moving. So I got some more bags. And I purchased some from her as well because it's a new shop that I've fallen in love with. So I try to give everybody equal love. Now, I have more of these coming. First of all, this little box is adorable. Look how small it is. And inside it, when I saw it on the in the advertisement, I went, oh, those are really small. What am I going to do with those? Let me see. They're little pins. Can you see it? They'll probably fall. That doesn't work. But they're so tiny, there's no way I can hold it. Okay, there you go. They're little tiny vintage pins. Oops. And I did look at the video before. It was a really, really fuzzy. I don't know if it's the connection. I don't know if it's everyone online. But sorry about that. I'm taping. My previous videos were taped with my iPad, but I have no room for all of that setup. So that's why I'm using this computer. But I'm going to try to hold this up. They're little pins, but there we go. They fasten, like I tried one on something. They fasten forever. You can't pinch it and take it off. It's there forever. So I think I got all of them. I hope I don't step on it. But you know, you just it's teeny tiny. You just here. You see it? And you pinch it. And I'm going to pinch it out. See, I pinched myself. And it stays pinched. So those would be fun to use. So what I did is I went back and asked her, first of all, her display had the original box. And of course, we love that stuff. Vintage boxes and paper, ephemera. And she says, oh, I only have this many more. Do you want to buy all of them? And she gave me an offer. It was like, I couldn't refuse. I said, oh, sure. You know, and so those are coming in the mail. So, okay, those are those. This look live is a bit more relaxed because it's at the end of the day. Now, I have been going to my local coffee shop, and because once a week I go overboard and support someone, um, delivery or takeout, because in local mom and pop. So there is a coffee shop, and I told them a little about myself. So this is how many times I've been there since I've been on the coronavirus pandemic, stay at home, and take this all at once. This is just how many times I have, patronized their store. So I buy a cup and I take one, and I will be using these in an art project. So stirs. And again, I'm showing you this stuff so you can start collecting things, or when you see me make something, go, oh, okay, that's where she got those, All right, so let's get started. I got something in the mail today. These are chalk markers, and I'm going to start using these. I don't need any more markers ever in life. I think I showed my markers. Yeah, I think I did. But I've never used chalk markers. Okay. So you can use them on all types of things. Easter eggs, glass, you can buy chalkboard paint and paint anything with it and design with this. So I'm going to have fun with this. And those little tips are for, when these, some, I guess, but I got these off of Amazon. I'm trying to hold it still. Chalk markers. So I like those colors. So I got those. Now, my garden, the picture, the avatar, or whatever you call it, on the video is of a feed bag. Now, I really have to start paying attention to sizes. I don't really like measuring things. And I have to pay attention to eBay, the actual descriptions. And I swear on one that said clean bag, never used. I mean, this bag showed up. It smelled so bad, I threw it out. And I didn't even, I'll just never do business with that person again. I didn't even go back and look, because I guarantee you I'm not going to use an old, stinky, smelly bag from God knows how long it's been sitting in a barn somewhere. It smelled so bad. It smelled like old chewed tobacco from 1952. It was terrible. And I've been on farms. I know what things smell like. I know what grain and all of that stuff smells like. That doesn't bother me. This smelled like it soaked in something 20 years ago. It dried and they did it again. It was terrible. Another one I kept, but I washed it out. So that was my problem. That was my mistake for not reading. Used, ask them first. Does it smell? Is it dirty? How old it is? Because literally somebody picked that thing up, threw it in the bag, and got, $10 from me. Whatever, they'll get their karma. But it was terrible. It smelt up. I can't even describe the smell. I would rather smell horse pung, because I know what it is. I didn't even know what that stuff is. And it's the Corona. I opened it up, wrapped it back up, and threw it away. It was terrible. One had slight odor. I'll show that later when I actually do my garden. But that was my mistake. But these are unused. And my garden theme is going to be red, white, and blue. I'm going to have flags everywhere, that type of theme. It's going to be a regular garden, but I wanted a theme. I didn't want pink and paisley and roses and things like that. Roses are red, so that'll go with it. But I didn't want anything like that. I'm going to have a little hanging garden, because again, I'll probably for the rest of my life either be lucky enough to live in an apartment where I get a little backyard plot, or container. That's the new for me, container garden, and sort of like those wall pocket gardens where you plant herbs and things like that. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm talking to a couple community gardens. You know why? Because I think that's cool. I know Deirdre. Deirdre is not going to go in her backyard and plant a whole victory garden. I'm not going to do that. I got other things to do. I like sometimes sitting and doing nothing. Gardens need attention. In community gardens, that's the whole point. You have help, and then you go help others, and then you go learn. And then if your green beans are ready to pick and there's too many, you share them and you get some radishes. That's what I want. I want the interaction. I want the community. So I know I needed bags. So that's why I purchased these. So not only is my my container garden, it's going to be the thing, red, white, and blue. And it's not going to be all patriotic. It's going to be, you know, a little sophisticated, a bit more sophisticated than that. There's nothing wrong with the red, white, and blue flag. I'm a veteran. That's not my point. But I want it to be charming and farmy and, you know, cozy and that type of thing. And I was like, oh, I need some bags. So when I do my community gardening and I go and get stuff, I got a big bag to put it in. So that's why I like this. And I'm going to, I don't know how, again, I should pay attention to proportions. I thought this was just like a 12 by 12 bag. So when I got it, I went, oh, wow. You know, I only plan to grab, you know, 2 things at the farmer's market and go home. 2 different sizes. So I am going to scan this somehow, I don't know, and share it as an image. So when you scan things, let me see, where's my little card? I meant to leave it out. My San Francisco thank you letter card. Where is it? Here it is. See how small that is? So I'll scan it and I can make it small or large and put that on my Etsy for instant downloads. So that's my new jam now, is preparing for, I've talked to 2 community gardens, and they're like, welcome, come on out. And I'm like, well, I'll get there eventually, but this is more the size I want it, you know. So you'll be seeing those in the near future and how I set up my pots. So again, you can, they don't have, I find that even like, you know, they dig in your arm. I don't really need that. You know, you go to your local farmer's market, you put it in there, you know, you tie it up, you throw it in the car and you go. You know, I don't really need, you know, the handles. Or I put these individually. You don't want your bananas with your radishes, you know, wrap individually in a bag. So, and I have a couple more of these coming. So I only need like 3 or 4. I don't want a lot. Like today, I bought some oranges and lemons. So I have to cut them up and do something with it because it's just me. After the 3rd lemon, you want to take a break. And after a while, the other ones start going bad. So I tend to find other things to do with my lemons. So the idea came all the way from Detroit. And I bought this, sorry, here you go. I bought this off of eBay. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I have to have it. It's a replica. It's not the real thing. It doesn't have rust on it. And that's fine with me because the real, it doesn't matter if I'm not in the light. The real thing is probably like $500 And I wanted that for nostalgia. And you see how it has the yellow in there? I like that too, because that's going to be the color, another color that I'm incorporating in my home. So you'll see in the garden. Now, again, I'm here for ideas and tips. So what you can do is get, contact a catalog, and then you can call them and cancel it if you don't want to keep getting it. But now I'm collecting my seeds, and in this day and age in pandemic, seeds are important. I don't think a lot of people think about that, So anyway, I'm collecting my seeds, things like that. But you can also make, I could rip this book out, which I am going to do. And again, we're not going to talk about that much in harvesting because I already talked about that in my videos from last year. You can make, things with these pictures. You don't have to go out and buy the fancy pictures at Michael's. You can make things with these pictures. Rip it out, crinkle it up, put it on a page, paste it, make a junk journal. I can't wait till I get there. I'm almost there, but we're not there yet. Those types of videos will be coming up. So definitely I have an idea about that. For instance, here, I'll do it right now, right in front of you. Okay, so I'm going to rip this. Okay, I'll rip this. You don't need to see me ripping. You know what ripping is, right? So we have some sunflowers, okay? Then I get, oh, where is it? Here it is. I bought some bags for my seeds because seeds come in different designs, they're different brands, the packaging is different, everything's all different. So I bought these, I folded that, I sure did. I got these bags, plain brown bags. And I went over that and I will go in and put all the links and all that good stuff. So be patient with me. I will check when I check back next month. So you can see where I got these. So my idea is to, when I buy like 3 tomato, bags of seeds of tomato, I'm going to put all of them in there. Well, not tomatoes. That was the example. Sunflowers. Fold it up. That'll be cut nice and neat. Do my little design on here. That much more charming. Because when you have a bunch of bags everywhere, I guarantee you won't treat it the same way. And it's presentation. Again, I'm not going to get a bunch of bags, throw them in the corner, and they look yucky. No, I'm going to get them. I want the presentation to be cute and neat. You can staple it. You can do whatever. I'll do it in a project. You'll see me do it here at my channel, and you'll see how it all came together. Okay? So that's what that's about. So go ahead and contact Burpee. I think it's burpee.com. And say you want a catalog. Yep, burpee.com. Project when it comes along. And then you'll have your bags. You can also put spices in here. You can also dry garlics in here. You can also put, anything in a brown bag, and the presentation is that much more charming. Remember the bag Denise sent us, and it had the doily on the top? It just makes it that much more charming. Floss, gum, and a mint for your guests, and staple them up. Put everybody's name on it. It's just that much more charming. You got color to it. That's what I'm about, is, making my life and my guests and my family feel loved. I want my space to feel charming. You know, I don't want boxes of clutter and all of that anymore. I've decided I'm going to do again, not this month, next month. I'm going to do a Halloween video 6 months before Halloween, and July is 6 months before. I might do it in June, but the 6 months before Christmas. So those are the only two videos I have planned, other than what I'm going to do: the sewing and the film production set design video. Next time after those videos, I want to start making stuff. Everything had to be put on hold this year as far as events. There are no cosplay events where we go dress up and have fun. There are no, era events. Costume College is canceled until next year, 2021. All that stuff is canceled. So I can take a breather. I don't have to, like I talked about, that 20 bolts of muslin that I need. All of that can be on hold. We can take a break. We can relax. We can breathe. I can study that beautiful dress on that gorgeous lady in that original old vintage picture. I can, find some patterns. You can find free patterns. That's why I want to do a sewing video. So, yay. Okay. So we talked about the garden theme. So victory garden. It's not really a victory garden. It's a victory theme. And my announcement was I'm going to join a community garden, and I really can't wait. You get your own plot and all that good stuff. And it's all brand new to me, and I'm really excited. So I'm ready. I'm ready to join the team. Okay, so I'm going to talk about two things that I've already spoken about last year. How you gather things and use them as tools. So this is going to be a painting tool. It's a sponge, right? I don't personally use sponges to wash myself at home. I use cloth and paper towel and disinfectant wipes. So a little segue into the hour why I was late. I was, you know how you can go on Facebook and offer to buy something from someone, and you put a bid in. I've done it when I lived in Las Vegas. It was a smooth transaction. We met in a public place. It was fine. I said who I was. They said they were, and I felt safe. And we met in between her place of work and my place of work. So that was fine, So here in San Francisco, I hadn't heard anything. Well, they accepted it. So I was like, oh, okay, today at noon. Remember, that was right after, right after I finished my first video. So I chopped myself up there, and last night I told them where I would be, which store. I'm on my way there, and I'll let you know. So I got there, and there's that message. When I get that message, sometimes I get scared. It's cutting me off. Anywho, I got there. I said, I'm in the lobby. And they said, what do you mean? I said, well, I'm in the lobby to pick up the item you're going to hand off to me. I have cash. And I loved it there because there's a police officer there. The employees are letting people in, Corona. So, and then I get this weird comment back like, oh, I never said I'd meet you at so-and-so. I said, I'm at this and that. If you can't be here in 10 minutes, I'm going to do my shopping. And so I said, the handoff will take like 5 minutes. I said, I'm going to travel, gas, and parking. That is not my concern. You make a deal. That's a deal. That's a verbal deal. You make a deal, you make it happen. That's not my concern. That was like 24 hours. You could have said, meet me here and here. I told you where I was going to be at noon. You weren't there. So I said, and then I responded, I would never go to anyone's house, ever. I said, I am retired military. My dad was a police officer. I'm a smart, intelligent woman. And I left it at that. And so I did my shopping, and I went to go text back. They blocked me. And the item was like $10. I'm like, good, because I was going to report you. And I still might. If I go back in, I was focused on what I'm doing. I'm having a good day. If I see what they're doing is inappropriate, are you kidding me? Why would anybody go to anyone's house during coronavirus? I don't know who you are. The city is in lockdown. I'm already going out in public because I had planned on shopping. And the handoff will take less than a second. I have my bag ready. Here is your cash. I have my mask and gloves and all that stuff on. And that's how I get my mail where I live. There's a desk. And they pop it in there. We don't even touch it. We say hello with our blah, 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 and our mask. And I go. And I leave it in the corner. Shout out to UPS, Amazon, everyone. I can smell the bleach on the boxes. It's fantastic, because the first couple of weeks I was wiping my boxes down. Anyway, how dare they? How rude. And that good, because I had a piece of my mind. I said, hey, I'm here for a purpose. I can find a lot of what they have already. So, your house. Never, ever. I had a good friend that went to someone's house to buy a computer and film equipment, and he took cash. Guess what happened? Thank God he left with his life. Be here. I don't want to be a part of your life. If you needed money, you should have said it. Obviously, they robbed him, but he's a big guy. Go to your house, gas and money. I don't care. You've been at home for 5 or 7 weeks. You've saved a lot of gas money. Get out of here. I don't like suspiciousness like that. That's terrible. So, I got this in a gift. I went to a party. My group of folks attended, and we got goodie bags. And in those goodie bags, I was like, ooh, the sponge. I don't use this to wash my body. I think that's how I got on the Target. That was my story time. So I'm going to cut this here. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to cut it here. I'm just going to slice it up. And I'm going to use that as a daubing tool for art. Okay. These I'm going to use as gift tags next year for an idea that I have for Easter. Okay. So you're always getting things that you aren't necessarily looking for, that you can, I would never go, I don't use it. No, I'm like, okay, thank you. Yeah, number one, you have to be polite. Number two, I'm going to use this. I was even thinking that I could experiment, roll it. I don't know. I'm going to have fun with it. But I haven't bought a sponge ever in my life, to be honest with you. I loofah, but I don't consider it. I guess it's a sponge. But anyway, I did buy a stamp. I guess I could have saved this for my sewing part, but I already showed you those needles. And I'm just excited about this stamp. I bought it in England, and that's the website. I'm trying to be as still as possible. And I have to admit, when I purchased it, I was like, oh, wow, I can take it and divide it up. And no, I would have to scan the picture and divide it up on Photoshop, things like that. But I kind of like it. It's growing on me. And I have a big, there we go. I have the big stamp block where it will stick to it. I don't have very good luck with that. I like getting my hands dirty. I'll just stamp it, press it down. And I like getting what I get from it. If that's part of the charm, it's part of, so, this is good. Only 1 hour. This one's going to be a little shorter. And let me see what time it is. Oh, it's only 3 o'clock. So thank you for watching. I I appreciate it. It's kind of fun. Like I said, it feels good to, that light is going to drive me crazy. It feels good to knock the cobwebs off, come online, say hello. I was, as you can see, I was piling up on my haul. I have reached my budget, so that no more. And I have a couple things coming in the mail, but obviously I wasn't going to wait for that because, you know, it's kind of the same thing over and over again, but this is kind of new, charming things. Next year, I already have a theme in my mind on what I want. So see how fast it came around. And people have been watching, so that's kind of cool. I don't really interact with people on a one-on-one, but this, again, this was my year to go out and meet some of the costumers, meet some of the cosplay people, meet some of the, as you saw, I entered in a contest. I don't know why I typed in that number. I was in her live, participating in the chat, enjoying the tutorial and the interaction because I get joy from that. And she was doing a giveaway and she said, put in a number in the chat. And I put in the number and I won. I was like, oh, wow. So I felt obliged and honored to do the video. And that's, you know, a few would. So please go and watch the video. And I'm also shouting her out and giving her her link. And that was so much fun. But yeah, that to me, that was just a good omen and a good start to interacting with folks. But it is a lot of fun interacting with people. But on a creator level, I'm not there yet because I just kind of doing my own thing. I'm not really interacting with other people. I'm not looking for that now. But I know as time goes by, you know, people will, you know, say, oh, wow. So these are, how do I want to hold it? And then I'll share shells, and then I'll take them out. I kind of put, you know how you get bubble wrap? I put it at the top so they won't, eventually I'll use them all. But the colors are so vibrant. And I have a project that I want to work on. It's saying I have an unstable connection. I'm just pushing forward. You know, the old-fashioned boxes, shell, sailor art. I have an idea. You'll see these in a project. I'm not going to go way out, but when I saw these colors, I had to have them come a little closer. Now, I know they don't come like that. I'm thinking they dyed them. Here, I'll show you another one. I think this is my favorite one out of the whole box. Isn't that pretty? And it's rare that you see them with these. So that's another reason why, instead of me going. I've been around the world. I have boxes of sand and all that stuff from special places. And I have them in little jars and containers. So those are sort of like my souvenirs from that. But when I saw this, I don't want to take those and make the project with it. Those I wanted to, you know. And this is going to be, I already did a mock. Here they all are. And that pretty yellow one. I already did a mock of the project. It's going to be very simple and charming, but I was like, okay, that's all I need. And so I got those ready, set, go. Okay. All right. So I'm also going to be doing a fairy project. Now I have been, I live in San Francisco, so there is a Chinatown. Chinatown is shut down, but around the outskirts of it, there's a Chinatown. I call it tourist trap, but there are restaurants still open that I personally, you know, still patronize. because they're lovely people, number one. Number two, I have to eat. And after this live, I'll probably go get my din din and then come back and finish up my other one. But they give you the receipts in calligraphy. And I do have a project. I lived in Japan for 7 months that I'm going to do a scrapbook, mini album situation. So I was like, let me keep 2. So that's all I need. I don't need a bunch of them because since Corona, I think I've ordered from them like 7 times. I don't need 7 receipts. That's too many. And I won't get into recycling, reuse, upcycling, reduce stuff because we've done that. I did that in the video of last year. So for instance, you know, a napkin, I went to a party. You know, we know all of that stuff. But before the Corona, I was standing in line at H&M. And I saw these little cards, and I looked again. I always ask permission. I was like, "What are those for?" And they said it's for gift cards. I was like, "Oh." I said, "Do you have a lot?" And she was like, "Why?" I said, "Can I have 2 of each?" She was like, "Sure." So they're like ready-made mini albums, covers. The art is phenomenal. So you had the green, you had sort of like a clay color and the gray color. So, and I guess this is where you put the gift card at. And that's the back. And if you wanted to, you could make that the front and then cover the back with something. That's a ready to go cover for. So I got those. So I wanted to share that. I had to say that. So when the stores are open back up and we're out there, you know, being the consumers that we are and being responsible, because a lot of that stuff, when a certain season is over, they take them and then they throw them away. It's like, ugh. So I never feel bad. I only took 6 out of the billion that they make. So I never feel guilty. But I always ask permission. So remember our friend Corrine earlier? I was like, oh, I didn't talk about her actual stuff. I just said I was shopping for, oh, this is not Corrine. This is somebody else. But anyway, shout out to Corrine again. This is, I'm going to do a fairy journal, and I found these stickers online. I hope that's in the frame. Yeah. So they have different sort of like seasons. So I won't open all of them up. And I like the old-fashioned ones. I have a baby grandson. So I had twins, a boy and a girl. And I love fairy tales, and I love acting them out, and I love talking like the characters. And I'm going to have so much fun doing that with my baby grandson. So, and other products and items and yumminess. So I got those. I'm doing good on time. All right. So again, I like recording these live and people coming back and watching them later. That's fine. I'm not doing the recording thing, especially since it's all of my things are in storage. So my camera, my computer, all that. I figured I'd save my, bring my laptop and save my iPad because I really don't need it. I don't need both, and I can do more in the laptop. So that's why I brought my laptop. So I found a pair of scissors that I'm only going to use for fabric on sale. And what I like about these is they're the flat. I've never really owned a pair of scissors like that. My other scissors here, I got other things going on over here. See how it's not flat? And what I notice, a lot of seamstress or costumers, they have the flat. So when I saw these on sale, I've been buying Fiskars for like decades. So I think, I mean, it was a really good sale. I think these only cost me like $6. I think they were like $25, and it was the last one, and they marked it down, and I was right there on time. I never usually get good deals. So these are only going to be for fabric. Okay, so I wanted to show that off. When I get a good deal, I love it. So we're on the fairy theme. Yes, we still are. And again, I'm going to organize all this stuff, so it's a good thing. Tear it all apart to put it together. And all these bags and stuff, now I can throw them away. You know, I like to organize after I show. So this was a vintage piece of fabric I found, and I'll get out the frame. I found this on eBay. So it's sort of like a ring around the rosy. And there's 4 of them. And you saw the fairies. It's like a perfect match. You know, the theme of it all. You know, with the flower on the head and the fluffy wings and the butterfly wings and the petal dresses. And I love hearts and all that good stuff. So the color is perfect for any. That's another thing. I'm trying to get away from things that are just one season. For instance, you know, when I do my Halloween video, I'm gonna do it 3 ways. I'm gonna do traditional black and orange, which I love because it's Halloween. And then I'm going to do 2 other colors. And then I'm going to do something that has absolutely nothing to do with Halloween, but they're still Halloween themed. For instance, someone might dress up as a, you know, Snow White. Well, it's Snow White. She has nothing to do with Halloween, but I get it. It's a costume, but it's still Snow White. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do sort of like 3 different little things. Whereas you can leave it out. Another thing to achieve is I own about 3 china cabinets. Each china cabinet, I want 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 something else. But I want 3 more china cabinets because I want 1 to be a holiday, 1 to be for my son, and 1 to be for my daughter. So decorate them as such. You know, as we get older, we get more sedentary. Less people come to visit you. They're doing good things like living their life and raising their family. They can only come see you once every weekend for 3 or 4 hours. So I want to surround myself with their essence and their pictures and things like that. So that's another idea. So when I have everything set up in my apartment, it will make more sense. And I've been living like that for at least 4 years now. I'm comfortable with it. I went from living in the house to that. Number 2, I learned a lot by being my mom's caregiver. You don't need a lot of stuff. You need your happy space, you need your cooking space, and your sleeping space, and your welcome guest space. That's it. And I'm going to have my creating art and craft sewing production space. Production, and then arts and craft over here. I don't need a lot of stuff. Those 3 bins are going to be enough for me. So that's what my goal is, to get everything out of boxes, decor, or give it away. It feels so good to give stuff away that you will never, ever use again. So when I saw this, to me, okay, I know all of that is not in the frame. Boop, 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 boop. It's 4 of them. 1, and then 1 I'll give away. So the project that I'm working on. So that's why I was like, oh, that's so cool. So after this live, I'm going to cut it up and not after this live, after the last live of the day, I'm going to cut it up and get that going. They're not going to be pillows. They're going to be something else. But yeah. And something else, you can do fun things. Like, for instance, I try not paper, even though I love it, and it's so tempting. It's so hard not to buy during the holidays. But every once in a while, I'll see something on sale, and I'll buy it. This year, we're going to have a really big Christmas this year because of the coronavirus and all that stuff. Holidays, birthdays have been missed. Anniversaries have been missed. It's terrible, but it is not, because we're all healthy and we're staying in place. But you can also make bags. For instance, you can make a Christmas bag or an Easter bag, put all the goodies in there, and then they give it back to you and you can fill it up for next year. So that's similar to what this is going to be. I'm not going to give it all away. All right, so this is, again, these are vintage pieces. And I kind of want it vintage because I am working on that Marie Antoinette project too. So, you know, when you pop in Marie Antoinette on eBay, Etsy, Amazon, or just Google, and then you shop and you can find a whole host of things. But when you put in Marie Antoinette fabrics, well, I was going more for what she wore, things like that. So, and this came up. I guess that was the name of the design. It's not pretentious. It just is what it is. But when I went, oh, that's perfect. The colors they just and and this is a different shimmery. As a shimmer. See, there you go. So I'm not quite sure what I can get away with. But as far as I'm concerned, they're a perfect match. So you'll see what I'm going to use it for. And I love it when I find a deal. And it is vintage. Here's the tag. Dayton, I'll try to be still. Dayton, Ohio. And they did list it as vintage. So I can use that tag in Art and Craft. I'm going to scan that. Yes, I am. I also scan fabric. So, you know, I never say, oh, nobody will use that. Somebody will use it for something and they'll let me know in the comment what they used it for. And I never not do things because I don't know what somebody else can come up with. I purchased it. I make it available. And again, my one day a month, I'm already thinking of the date. Now, I don't have my Etsy up right now. I'm waiting for my scanner. And day by day, you'll see links in all my videos. You'll see me posting my downloadable items for sale. So, and I'm thinking, okay, I was born on the 19th of March. So either the 19th or the 9th. My mom was born on the 9th of May. So I don't know. I haven't decided which one. I think it's going to be the 19th because that's like the middle of the month. That gives me time to, you know, package things. I bought some lace, which is rare, but this was like on sale, so I couldn't pass it up. I have so much lace. Shame on me for even buying this, but I didn't have, let me undo it. I didn't have this design, and I know I didn't have this design, and I wanted it. So there you go. And if I do have it, then shame on me because I haven't done my full inventory, but I did organize a lot of stuff when I packed it up. I like this because you can side down, right side up it, and you can put these together and make a design. So you can do a lot of things with lace. You can use those as button holes. You can do all kind of things with it. So I had to have that. It was on sale. I will not, you will not see me buy another thing of lace until next year, even if that, because I have way more lace than I know what to do with. So I probably will be done like in 30 minutes. So this was fun. I'm feeling good. I feel good. I feel accomplished. I feel like I'm on track. I got everything I wanted to do. After this, I can click it off, put everything away. One thing I'm going to do in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to go back to everything I purchased on Etsy, Amazon, and eBay. Number one, say thank you. Let them know I have a channel, videos. And I read a marketing thing for online YouTubers is to every 3 months to go back and to check, the comments, make sure you didn't, if you talked about that lace and that vendor, make sure they're not left out. If it's an oversight and they bring it to your attention, feel free. That's why I put in there, always leave comments. If you want to ask where I got something from, that's fine. Whether you're watching this now, I got to get rid of that. Whether you're watching it now or whether you're watching it 5 years from now. That's sun, and I love sun. So I don't even like covering that up, but for the sake of the video, that's a little better. But, so that is good advice, is to make sure that people come back and visit your channel, or they're coming back to see what you're talking about, or they're looking at your haul from 2019 and it's 2021. They can see, oh, okay, that's how she did that. So I got some little charms. I'm terrible at holding things, so this is why I did this. This little teacup charms. I'll get as close as the camera will allow. Here, I'll put it, here you go. Little teacup charms. Every side is detailed. It's not like there's a side missing a detail. No, I'm getting all fussy with it. So, there you go. Pictures on my Facebook channel. The Real Art and Craft Therapy. So you get a lot more pictures. Little containers. It came out. But I feel I love gifts. But I feel like, wow. And they'll get a surprise from me. It'll probably be not this 6 months before Christmas, but the Christmas surprise. Real Christmas time. But look what I got. Some scissor charms. A charm. And then I got a cup. And this is a musical note. Clef. It's either the clef or the other one. I never get them right. And we are going to put her information here. Beautiful card. Beautiful sentiment from Marcy. I always feel like it's fuzzy. So isn't that nice? Oh, and a crown. Oh, let me see. I don't want to open it. Open it. It's back there. It's hard to see. I'll take a picture. So you get all kind of gifts and things. And sometimes in Etsy, I'll put in $2 limit and then charms. And then when things like that pop up, oh my God, So, I never do the, if you spend $35, you get free shipping. I'm not spending I can't spend $35 with 10 people, but I can spend $4 with 10 people. You know what I mean? So, and I don't care about the shipping. Gives us a deal. So I got some big safety pins. I'm over the small safety pins. So these will last me for life, for the next 20 years. And I have other safety pins, but they're decorative and they're small. This is all I need. I'll be just fine. I know how to keep things. Okay, almost there. And then we'll talk a little about what my sewing video in June, July is going to be. But definitely, okay, so it's June, July, August, September, October. Oh, May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay, so the end of this month is halfway to Halloween. So the end of this month, I'll come back again. Happy 4th. May the 4th be with you. So yeah, I have to do it at the end of this month, which is cool because I will have gotten all my things and all of my Halloween stuff. So that really works out. It only takes me 6 hours to drive. Well, I'm slow. So 8 hours to drive from Nevada here. And the U-Haul and everything's all set up. I get a free month. So they're like, yeah, just show up whenever. I kept getting scared. I was going to go in March. I kept getting scared. So I just waited. There was no rush. But if I'm going to be paying storage, I want my stuff near me. So when I do have my weekends off, I can go and organize. And now I'm on the organized kick. I'm on the spring cleaning kick. So it's boop, boop, boop. It all falls in place. So good. The end of this month is Halloween. Halfway to Halloween. So I will do that video. And I have a bag full of stuff. So it's not like I have to get the stuff that I already have. I'll just incorporate it, and which is fine. So I'm excited about that. Again, I'm kind of past these videos. I'm just sharing with you. We're almost at the end of all the things because we're reducing clutter, trash, and rubbish, off of planet Earth by reusing things. So after those couple of videos, it's going to be make, do, design, tip, tutorial. That's it. And then 2021 March haul video. And then that's going to be my routine year after year after year. Keep an eye on my Etsy because I'm going to, when I get my scanner any day now, I'm going to start. That's all. I'm just going to be a robot. Zzz, 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 those checks, all that stuff. I'm going to even scan them before I use them because once I use them, it's gone. I'm not going to look. If I got it before you, it's not a museum piece, nobody's interested in buying it, then it's not that important. If I found it on eBay and I'm not a professional, I'm not, George Washington's name is not on it. No one famous signed it. It is what it can use it. Like I said, a couple of them I will get translations because it is interesting to me from historical point. It's no big deal. I can copy it. I can tear it up. I can do other things to it. But if it's museum quality and someone deems it important, then that's something pretty awesome. And I will share those videos with you. Okay. So remember the seashells? Well, these go along with it. And I am going to upload a little video I made when I went to the birthday party in Southern California. I got to visit my favorite arts and crafts store in Long Beach. And this is where I bought these little sea urchins. So if you can imagine, use your imagination without me giving anything away. This is going to be in the middle of the thing that I'm going to make. So it's kind of cute. And I bought an extra one just for me. I'll probably put it in a bowl somewhere. And I liked that one because it had a hole in it. So I'll design home interior design with that one. Okay. And I Macy's had, after the holiday was over, they were selling these for like $1. And they were like regular, $12.95. So that's why I like after the holidays. I'm very nosy. I go in there and see. So obviously I ate everything, but now I have the 2 buttons to hold things. And this is holiday stuff, so you don't need to see that. But that turned into something else. So when I went to my favorite, I live Joanne and Hobby Lobby, they have, stockholders. They're an international entity. I like to support small mom and pop, old craft stores where, there's, the back door is open and somebody's having their lunch on the stoop. You know what I mean? It's just good old fashioned fabric stores and trim. And it's like my favorite place to go. There's one more other favorite place to go, and I'm going to try to make it to her place. I want to make it a whole production, and I don't want to give it away. And it's 2 places. Now, I didn't go get to see her because it was a birthday party and travel back home and go to the the supply store. But her story is pretty incredible, and it's not out there. And I asked her, could we put it out there? And she said yes. And I asked her, was there a time? She says, no, whenever. So we're going to do that. So it's going to be like a live in her store. So I'm really excited. I don't care if I have to hold this thing with me and show it around. We're going to make it happen. But in my favorite store in Long Beach, I found these ribbons. And this one is called Seal Brown. And it's so delicious. There you go. And rich. It's not like just your cocoa chocolate. It's shimmery and elegant. It's almost like mink. And it goes with any color, any holiday, any type of decoration, any type of design. It's beautiful. So I got, everything is always on sale. So I got 4 of those. I have a particular project I'm working on. And this is what I mean. Look how old and beat up the spool is to me. That is so charming. I like it. And it's some rickrack. And I'm going to be making a, like again, by hand, a period piece. And so I needed some of that. And me and white do not get along. I don't care what it is. I can wear it and then I can't get a spot out, or I wear it and get a spot, or I'm so uncomfortable in it, worrying that I'm going to get a spot. Whatever I'm doing in it, I'm not relaxed. So I buy things in cream, ecru, or ivory because you can always dye it, So I bought that. That can become 15 different colors. Cut it, different color, cut it, different color, And I'm only thinking, rickrack is just an accent. You put it around here, and then you have loads left. And I'm going to get in the habit of, when I'm done with something, I'm done with it, and I'm going to give it away or gift it, like the nice ladies do. And just get it out of my space because I don't need it anymore. I'm done. Okay. I don't even think this is going to pick this up. First of all, it's a spool. It's called Orchid. And I don't want to take it apart because it's such a delicate light. It's like a tinge of orchid. It's almost iridescent. It's so lovely. So I got one of those. And then I got some grain, an olive. It's called, I love these names, Old Here's some black. I've been wanting to get black for so long. And I already have a project that I'm working. You'll see this again in my Halloween haul. I just forgot to put it over there. I'm going to put it somewhere else. That'll remind me. Last but not least, that's it. I'm doing really better at the times. Minimum 2 hours. Minimum. Because I can talk all day. I see people do lives that last forever, but does anyone ever go back and watch them? I don't think so. But I'm going to say, yeah, I think that's everything. Everything. Okay. Thank you so much. Before I share this last thing, it's pretty awesome. It has 3 purposes. I can copy the images and share them on my Etsy. I can copy the images and use them in art. I can images in designing other things, collage, things like that. It is, to me, I call it a relic. It's precious. It's a book, and this is what it came in. To me, it's more than an antique or vintage. To me, it's something that you can't find anymore, and it's a jewel, and I found it. And you'll see this again in my sewing video. That's going to be more of a video production, not just, hey, hi, welcome. Which is okay. Again, I'm just organizing stuff, taking it apart and putting it together and sharing my stash. So it's a picture again. I'm not good at proportional things. I guess I should get better at it. But I thought it was going to be huge. But look how adorable. To me, it's when you see me in all of our glory, dressed in, all of our, era pieces. And I often see people do like, photo shoots, and she's dressed like she's in 1870 or whatever, and they're always reading a little book. Or you see people in paintings reading a little book. This just reminds me of that. So I'm going to take a picture of that and take a picture of that and use it in items. I'm going to refer to this a lot. I'm going to take a picture. This is charming to me. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to resell it. This is mine for life. I don't care if it's the last one on earth. Maybe a museum can borrow it, but look at that. Now, DMC, that's been around forever. And this book is called The Encyclopedia of Needlework. And I started reading it, and I was like, okay, I got to get some sleep. I only got to maybe here, because I'm reading every detail of everything. I mean, oh my God, that's just it's so much history in there. I mean, let me read. Okay, here we go. Okay. And let me see. I don't think it has a year. I really don't. But this is the first. And that's all needlework. And then you turn and they show you exactly how to achieve it. Here. Okay, first they made a design. Then I try to get as close as possible. Okay, there you go. Then they sort of made base stitches, and then they stitched over it. So I'm sure those stitches are designed and planned out, but then they show you how they achieved it. Isn't that amazing? Okay, let me find another ones are like, and these pages are like gonna pop out at any moment. I mean, this is like royalty stuff. And one of my favorite YouTubers loves books. I'm like, I can't believe she didn't snatch this, but it's mine. Maybe one day I can share. Is that amazing? I could just sit and read this book even before I let me find something amazing to look at. It shows you crochet, knitting. I mean, I don't know. I mean, can I ask someone in a library if they want to digitize it and they'll give it back to me? Because I'm not going to do it, but this should be out there. Archives.org has free like patterns from 1800s and things. So I'm thinking this needs to be a part of that archive. Embroidered lace. I mean, it's teaching you everything. I'm like, oh my God, I just thought it was just a fancy book. And I like the color. They teach you tassels and adornment and needlework. And here's this picture. I'll show you. So this is definitely going to be showcase, showing in detail, better camera quality, of course. I mean, this is like a treasure. I'm like, who sold this to me? I'm not complaining. It's mine now. So yeah, this is just unbelievable. I was just like macrame. This is good old-fashioned stuff. So I got to figure out how I'm going to tatting. Now I know there's a lady on YouTube, and I made contact with her. I'm gonna try to contact her again. She does it and makes it and sells it to you, but I'm like, they're showing me how to do this. See, they even give you a demonstration. So I feel very lucky. I feel like I'm a custodian. So I'll make sure that goes back and it's a beautiful little home. Look at it, has gold. You know, this was in someone's lovely possession, someone's lovely old-fashioned grand estate libraries, that type of thing. So I'm done. That's it for my 2020 art and craft haul for my stash to make all of my art and crafts projects and items. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Please share it. You may share it. You may comment. Please come back. I am going to have my din, and then I'm going to come back with a video talking about antiques and how to use them in design in your home and how to use them still in arts and craft. You could take a picture of it and then use the picture, for things, that type of stuff. You can loan, I consider myself a curator. I worked in a gallery, so I know how to buy a piece. I know what I'm looking for. I know why. I know what the purpose of it is going to be. I don't buy blindly, or I don't buy something that, oh, I think it's pretty. No, it has a meaning, a purpose, and some value, of course. In 50 years, it'll be worth something. Either, your loved ones will keep it because they love it and cherish it too, or they, after you've gone to wherever you go to, they can use it and give it to someone else. Obviously, I bought them off of eBay, so the cycle continues. I like to cherish things. I don't like to put things in the back. No, I'm going to put it on the table. I'm going to put it in my china cabinets. I'm going to use it and display it. And when the holidays, we're going to partake in all that good stuff. So those things, either I'll use in a video production, I'll keep it for myself, I'll loan it out, I'll sell it. So that's what's next. So thank you so much. I'm going to end the live. Thank you so much for joining me on my 2020 stash and haul video. All right. So next year, 2021, in March, I'll be doing another video just like I did today. All right. And please go back if you haven't and watch 2019. All right. Thank you. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay well. Take care of each other. I think San Francisco is going to start opening up this weekend. So maybe I'll get back to work next week or the week after. If my boss calls and tells me it's going to be the week after, I'm going to haul my butt down and get my stuff and get it the 2 weeks ahead of time. Because why not? Everything was up in the air anyway. So I just figured the end of this month so I don't have to pay for June. But if that's what's going to happen, then I'm going to go, and then I'll have all of my Halloween stuff. So thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye. Thanks for stopping by.